Hello, this is J Airplane Oxygen Not Included, and today I'm going to be focusing on space. So we're building a second rocket. I've got a goal of getting over to this asteroid, landing there, but also getting up to space environment above this asteroid. Maybe building bunker doors for protection, solar panels for power. While I've got this little base, I think we'll clean things up. Maybe make this base support a little bit more bionic dupes than we have now. And so yeah, a little rocket platform, then we'll get started. So some of the inputs to this whole system is steel, making a whole lot of that. And I've got a plan here to get a glass forge. Carefully dump some of that hot liquid into here to convert to glass. So figured another steam turbine with all this industrial equipment just for extra cooling. And here is our glass forge. Let's see, do that. Or I seal this off, maybe make this out of ceramic going up like this, and oh yeah, just move this up. So preparing our rocket while we work on some of the industry. Oh, we've got a blueprint, researching booster, maybe we'll send that towards here. And these guys are trying to dry up down here so we can do some greater construction than what we currently have. So now that we've got our rocket, designing the inside of this, going to put in some bins, an outhouse, power production. My warning works, water low notification. I guess that doesn't make any sense anymore if I'm going to be purposely draining this out. Now that we get this rocket ready, just waiting for some algae and eco power banks to be loaded in. So these guys starting off with their plastic ladder in new fire pole location. Glass forge running. Let's just make sure that we can actually get the nice glass building up down here. So my thought for the next item in the Printoceptor will be Buddy Bud Plant. Maybe that'll be useful for reducing stress in space. We've got Swift gearing up. Why are they transporting stuff? I'm a little confused because I told them that they're in this crew. Let me click it again. Okay. Maybe they're going to listen this time. Let's whisper. No, that's wrong dupe. Okay, and we're fighting with a dupe to go inside that rocket. Apparently, Swift does not want to go in space. Okay, just after a few resettings. Duh. No. What is going on? Set to public, cancel launch. Let me hit cancel launch. That's weird. Maybe you can only hit this button after they're in there, but finally, Swift is inside this rocket. We'll be landing, or just not landing, just going to be orbiting for this first mission. Just relocate it, or this drop off to go directly on top of our glass. And seeing if we can convince a pip to plant. Ugh, wrong type of seed again. But we'll see if we can get a center critter trap right there. And we've got our lander arriving. So we're going to deploy our modules and our little rover. So we've got 2 of these over here. And 3 of these over here. 1 way down here. This is not the best, to be honest. But we land right up at the top of that hill. Check to make sure that this thing is able to get down. I can destroy that. I can't select this, so I feel like we've got to reload. So first task is to get some of these payloads open. A little stairway to reach all of them. Okay, so the geysers that we're going to get from this, I already have 4 hydrogen vents. That's awesome. That's not, welcome that. More water in the form of salt water. We've got carbon dioxide. We've got gold, aluminum, copper, and polluted oxygen. Okay. So I'm feeling bad for this pip. I see water going down here, and I think that's ultimately going to cause this guy to drown. So we'll see if this rover can go down and do something. So now we go up, way up to the top of the base, or we'll put in some bunker tiles. So with this pip saved, I don't have enough metal. I could start having that be moved over here. Oh no, can the rover do? No, rover can't do that. Never mind. My options are to build a bridge and open these, or to go way down here. I feel like it's going to be a lot easier to build a bridge than to dig awkwardly down this direction. So let's give that a go. Uh-oh. Oh, this must be, I see. We need to build a couple stairs. Oh, it's going to be a problem there. Now that's going to create a problem there, and that's going to create a problem there, and that's going to create a problem there. Let's just see if that worked. There we go. And that gives us some igneous rock that we can use for construction. Maybe I'll just dig into that. And we'll build a little bridge right across. Rover making their way across. Their goal is to open at least one more of these. Might as well have them open the second one too. And putting some Clin down here. So some of the refined carbon that's needed for this metal refinery can be produced in such a way that we can capture the heat and turn that to energy. Okay, notice we've got a gas problem at priority. I'm sending it down. Not intentionally, but have that actually go up to the rocket at priority by doing this. Just wondering why our rocket did not have any carbon dioxide in it. Also take that out. Change that in for a new item. So now we've got carbon dioxide coming up and putting in a trailblazer. Just got noticed that we've got the wrong element in our hydrogen line. Not sure if that came from here or that come from the other asteroid. I was having issues. Oh, I bet you it's that polluted dirt. I bet you that's what that's from. Probably the easiest thing is just to drop that. So getting skill scrubbing on 2 dupes that are about to go on this next mission. So we're going to get this rover to supply material to this rocket platform. I chose to put it there for 2 reasons. One, I didn't want it to get too close to this guy from the radiation. But 2, when I take off and land, I suppose we're a little bit further away from the asteroid itself to avoid heating. Nice and cool asteroid. And this bunker door construction begins. So bringing the rover in, start making a ladder down here. So we can kind of make some rooms in that once the dupes actually arrive. Let's double check that we've got material. Lead has been put in here. Awesome. Rover making its way down here. Taking down that little passageway, since I've got those guys trapped on that side. In fact, I should also be looking at plastic levels. 17. Okay, 17 tons. Yeah, we're definitely one on getting plastic ladder up. Might as well, in case I get later, having a plastic ladder down here as well. So it's rover now going down this direction. Get that water out of the way. So this next mission with 2 dupes. Let's begin the launch. So now that we have arrived, I'm going to choose Saw to go in this mission. Let me just double check that Saw has construction booster and suit training's good. Okay. With that, let's deploy close to where we want that platform built. Make this the priority. And let's send the rocket down now that we've got a platform. Take that out of there. So the dupes could hang around for a bit, but I feel like the other rocket is a little bit better just because we can send crude oil in that. So morale should be a little bit better. Support it. Let's summon our crew. Let's go back to switch this rocket out. Can get the rover to start digging out for some future construction. Acknowledge the warnings begin. Meteorites on the way in. I suspect we're going to take some damage to this ladder. But that's the whole point of these, actually. If I had been smart, I probably would have focused on this. Maybe a little late now. So we're going to start to go in 2 different directions at this location. Meteorite shower is done. Not really much damage, but we'll keep adding more protection. And now a door access for that rocket to be able to take off soon, hopefully. So we'll get a nature reserve right off our main ladder pole, or ladder and fire pole. Just getting this pep to try, hopefully not to touch these guys here. Get those out, high priority. Also realizing I never actually indicated to enable harvesting of these guys, so I'll go around, do that now. And then we're bringing in comets. This is going to be a dupe that's going to concentrate on flying in the future. For now, let's just make sure that they've got on an Atmo suit. Ready for another launch. Saw, what are you going to fabricate? No, you should be going in the rocket. We're having issues getting dupes in the rocket. Double check, unclick, click, set the public summon. Maybe that'll go in, go in, go in. There we are. All right, with that, clear the launch pad. Oh, I missed. Okay, did not notice. Apparently, need to bring this over a little bit more. And that one actually is not needed, is it? Oh, whoops. Saw gearing up. Now that we get the doors open, let's get them in. I don't know if we're going to have... Yeah, we're struggling to do that again. Okay, we will select crew, unselect, reselect. It's not public access. Hold on there. Spark went in this rocket. And they are not. This is restricted. I don't know how Spark just did that. Oh, oh, I know. I know. They were on the list. I didn't realize that. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's good because I didn't want Spark to go because I want only dupes that are skill scrubbed. Now we've got that clear. We can do our launch. And I guess close that just for protection in case we have meteorites land. So just notice the dupes have now arrived. So probably what makes sense in my mind is adding some life support within the base itself. And morale boosting rooms. And then we'll go from there. Some more bunker tiles over on this asteroid. This asteroid putting in our power system and electrolyzer pipe. Where we're collecting water. Also preparing for hydrogen. And these guys have just leveled this down. Realized that was kind of offset differently from the other rims. Oh, we did have one critter escape. Swift producing some power over here on this little asteroid. Sending some water up. Now we'll start making some oxygen on this asteroid. As well as a little bit of helium. No, hydrogen. And digging this water out. Just kind of get it out of the way. So now that we're exploring space, I'm having another bionic dupe. That's also going to concentrate on flying rockets. See some very stinky gases in here. Off. Wait a minute. Why is auto bottle? Oh no, it's just auto bottle. Maybe I should just up the priority. Getting polluted water in here. Maybe also adding a second one of these in. Mesh tile right there. Got this sulfur guy going off. I don't think we really need it, so I just want to dump some liquid in there just to kind of prevent that, because that's causing heat we don't need. So I brought steel, I brought plastic, but I did not bring wood, though there are trees here. Just thinking of, now I've got a barracks, try and make a place to eat, or replace batteries anyways. So we've got water going in here, eventually going to block that guy off. So we'll at least get a great hall, but without an ornament, I guess we won't actually get a banquet hall. And put their schedule together to enhance the chances that they're going to eat the communal table together at the same time. Okay, now I'm regretting not bringing an extra Atmos suit. I have to take this Atmos suit off. Yeah, what forgot to do was put in a drain here. Do that at high priority. Inside the rocket, make sure we still have lots of crude oil. But the gunk extractor, I was relying on that. That did not work out, but we did get another Saturn critter trap made at least atop the base. Making progress. So some industrial equipment, starting with a new Atmos suit for Saw. Just notice that plant is in an area that's too cold. Having a plant that'd be happy in our cool area. Okay, another regret. So we've got barracks going in over here. Lowering the banquet hall, or what will hopefully be a banquet hall at some point. In fact, I wonder if we can actually just rely on that plant. Used to be able to do that. You may have changed it such that you can't. So I'm thinking that is not enough anymore to make a great hall. Now that we're a little bit lower in a little bit warmer environment, put this in and see if that does the trick. Let's put in feather storage over here. And we'll do a repair, which actually we didn't need metal, did we? We just needed a feather to do the repair. Plant, still not happy. I wonder if it just It's going to heat up over time. Okay, so let's see if we can give you your Atmos suit once again. There we go. Don't get sick. Yeah, just so much carbon dioxide. I don't know if that's because I have been getting rid of electrolyzers. So pushing that down, maybe the pressure's not, actually the pressure doesn't seem terrible. Let's see if we can do something about this now. So yeah, we're going to store some gunk. And then any excess can go out in space for now. So maybe we'll have a use for gunk later on. Double check we've got a washer. Okay, we've got a washer in new barracks. Get rid of this gunk extractor. So right now, for these Saturn critter traps, pips have gone in, but once they're out, we'll want a new source of critters, and obviously we've got these lined up perfectly. Maybe just put in old tiling right there, but they'll be able to get across, go into each of these. Uh-oh. Okay, so it looks like we're having an issue on this asteroid. We have, please tell me. We've got 81 eco power banks. I think we need to just have some of those taken out of the rocket. Stored right here. But let's just make sure that Swift quickly goes in. Grabs one of those. They don't need crude oil. They should be able to use that inside the rocket. That was the design anyways. Oh, come back, Swift. Oh, come back. Picked up, yeah. Okay, if they went on break or something, that would not be great. Run, run, run. What are you doing? Let's check their schedule. Or, you know what? I'll just pull the alarm. Oh, you just wasted a trip to the rock and back to get a battery for yourself. You selfish little thing. What are you doing? No. Saw. Okay, at least they didn't have to go back to the rocket this time. Let's go, 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 go. Ugh. All right. Hydrogen building up, but let's get some of those out of the rocket. Just to make it easier to grab. Oh, you guys can take the alarm off. And I will just go click here and observe how many eco power banks we have. 0 at the moment. It's not 0. But it'll update. Oh, there we go. 10. So giving these guys some extra boosters with higher morale. And making sure that we change this out for mechanized airlock. We are getting this nearly complete. Oh, a ton and a half. So we'll keep placing that. Let's just double check that we've got a metal refinery going. We do. Good. Just noticing that we finally have that Draco egg. Last time I wanted to just keep this guy wild. So now that he is an egg that's going to stay wild, let's send this Draco over here. And enable this building. And they can eat some of this. Let's go over to disable harvest on that. Final bunker door on this side. And we just need one over here. So we've got our hydrogen generator connected up here with a smart battery. So we're getting some power bank chargers. Now that we've got that power plant, smart battery, and all that. Let's just double check we have hydrogen in line. We do. That's good to see. Whew. All right. A dupe stepped in the zone. Oh my goodness. Get out. Get out. Get out. I guess I forgot to pass out these when you arrived there, Star. So this is the point where we start putting in our mining equipment. I'm going to make this out of steel. And that's going to go from the far end over. So all the meteorite crud that falls down will be able to be accessed by this. Again, just one tile away just from meteorite damage. Protection of those mesh tiles. So we want these guys to be self-sufficient on gunk. Got a good amount of time before that runs out. But when it does, I want to have this system ready. So starting with gunk extractors, even give them light access, put it in a washroom so they can get the benefit of morale. So these guys putting in some mesh tiles. This is where all the stuff's going to fall. Meteorites, after they've been blocked, not causing damage, will fall down into. And then we'll have a bunch of robo-miners to be able to target them. So I think I've just been so excited about exploring up in space, but I forgot about the carbon dioxide issue that's been kind of building. So now let's give a little bit of attention to that by opening up this a bit. So sending my water line to go into this guy right here. So I can combine gunk and water and make my own gear bomb over here. You just need to put in a polluted water filtering sieve, but we can do that after. So yeah, we're not seeing starving with these critters, but we are seeing starving with these guys. So I think I might rate this down for 2 instead. So I think at this point anyway, this is the big blocker. So if we take this abyssalite down, let a lot more of the carbon dioxide to come out. Keep opening this up too though. So giant bubble. So we've got our polluted oxygen coming from the polluted water kind of pushing up. And I wonder, where is the gas pressure going? Is that slowly going? Oh, maybe. I think another electrolyzer or 2 will be needed. Probably having more bionic dupes is having its toll. So we're getting 2 new lubrication stations built in here. Wasn't sure if that creates a washroom or not. It does not. So maybe I guess there's no point in the sink. But that can replace this guy down here. Just to reduce stress, putting in carpeted tiles, and for the decor, a little bit of gold. So we've convinced this pip to make a nature reserve for us. So we'll just add a little bit of background. So it looks like carbon dioxide is nearly settled. There's just a few bubbles to kind of get around. But I realize we've got another gas problem, which is the hydrogen that's been building up over here. So I'm going to open up this area to get a hydrogen pump up here. So taking out these power bank chargers, now that we've got these here, we've got an automated line. Take our empties down 1 level. Realizing we don't have power on this guy though. Or on our loader. And I forgot, okay, mesh tiling where we have our batteries. Let's go over and do the same thing here before I forget. That's important. So new hydrogen pump. Oh, I see a little bit of carbon dioxide there. We better do that before we get this guy running. Just get that out of the way. Speaking of carbon dioxide, how have we done? Oh. Oh, right. These guys, I guess, produce. Maybe I should lower our peat burners. Probably makes sense. So heading back to collect some glass. We are having a little bit of power issues over here. We can make solar panels if we had that glass. So we've opened the door for that tube to arrive. Just taking some of these out. So I know we're going to need to have eventually... Well, it would be nice if I have solar panels to be able to remove debris from right here. I could use this guy sitting right there to do that. And when this guy gets carried or dug out or filled up rather, then this guy can bail that one out. Another bionic, no. So now that we've landed back on this asteroid, producing or going to load in some glass. Check to make sure we're still producing a bunch, as well as more and more steel. So yeah, I have a planned cooling line to be able to keep all this machinery cool. So we've got you. Have that go from here to here, here to here, etc. Looks like the gas situation finally improving a bit. This pump running. Smash that over. Hydrogen up. Oh, that's not with power. Oh, I see. Yeah. There we go. So that'll take care of that hydrogen. Well, I got a trapped warning. I mean, these dupes are clearly on the base, free to go around. So, follow. Okay, let's do move 2. You're allowed. Yeah, you could go up there. I don't understand what is happening. Okay, it went away. Hopefully, that's the end of that. So, just digging down this way to that pip and this pip here. A little bit of a risky area. Wishing I had brought some lead suits. In fact, I'm going to go back and get some lead and some other boosters. If I had critter ranching, some other stuff too, that would have been super useful. So giving ourselves access to some lead suits. We need. Oh, we didn't realize we needed glass for that. Order production research. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's get that done. So we've got more carbon dioxide than we know what to do with, so I'm going to increase the size of the stable so we can keep expanding. Getting a direct path down here. Plastic as far as we can. So now I get to work on my scanners and solar panel, which is going to go underneath our mining equipment. So we can drive a little bit of power from the top of the base. So we've got some meteorites coming in, door being closed. And just putting that in there just for extra radiation protection, at least going up the center. Fortunately, no one's been sick. So I'm thinking of bringing my heavy wire up for solar panels. Starting with getting this through here. So relocating my peat burners down here. So yeah, at some point, I guess from maybe cleaning all the air, we've got rid of those zombie spores. Don't see those around anymore. And I think we're going to add in a second one of these, just in case we need more crude oil, which looks like we do not at the moment, since that line is backed up. And our first Saturn critter trap on this side has been planted. So now that we have a new peat burner location, we're going to disassemble this, and this will hopefully reduce the number of carbon dioxide that comes from there. Another bionic? No, fortunately. So research has been complete. I was just thinking I could use a PEP to put more of these wort seeds in, but fortunately we were able to get research done. So let's make 3 lead suits and have those sent to the other asteroid so we can build some stuff in space. So now that we've got that torn down here, bringing up a heavy watt wire line so we can make solar panels up here, or at least plug into the solar panels that we've been creating. We're working on our cooling line to be able to keep our mining equipment cool at the top of the base. We want to have that running before we turn anything on, because if these guys start to run, they could overheat easily. So yeah, I see that radiation level here, what, 125 versus on the homeworld dupes, seeming to work up here is, they're not getting sick. But I do worry about these guys because radiation's a little bit higher. But now that we've got our lead suits here, I don't know if it's as simple. I don't have to take that off first, but we'll see. I click on that. Oh, it's not broken by Astroid. So we'll have to go to the individual. Oh yeah, they automatically just, that's nice. And then saw. Where you saw. You put that on too. Now I feel a little bit more comfortable sending these guys out in space so that we can make some solar panels. Since there's only oxylight, make sure that's true. Yeah, only oxylight. Not too worried about the solar panels taking damage or needing to be cleaned off, unlike my home asteroid over here, which has all this infrastructure around it. So we've got a bunch of solar panels that we're going to install up here. And I can see one of my dupes has electrical engineer. Also, that gives me the ability to make some microchips, or rather the wrenching booster. Just a little bit more for the cooling line to start running. We can worry about the heavy watt wires and the automation line. So just kind of a funny way of getting this through, but we'll make it there. Now putting in a double transformer, have that go feed this guy. And let's take this up and over eventually. Solar panels being built, not connected to the grid just yet though. Hoping those lead suits are going to hold in terms of radiation protection. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate how my base ended up working out. I thought it was a pretty good idea to get across like this underneath. But, well, first of all, this flood is, this area or pump is flood. I could raise that. But I want access to this guy here. Getting a lack of lime. So we're just going to do our best to get this area dry. So just before we get that solar panel system, we're going to switch to liquid airlock. Use water for that. Yeah, I understand how iron has landed here, but regolith is not piled in such a way that the unless these guys are, they don't have access to it. Is the robo mine? I was pretty sure. Oh yeah, look, we have regolith. Okay, maybe it was just coincidental that that meteorite did not send enough regolith. We'll see over time, I guess. We have the automation line. Not opening the doors yet. I don't want that to run until we actually have full power on the doors. We've got a glossy egg. Just a few more wires here, and we'll be able to get power from the Cosmos. Liquid airlock in place down here. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, not wrong. There we go. We are now getting power from the sky. Funny enough that this space actually is doing it before the homeworld. Though I don't think it'll be too long to get this running. It's just moving my nature reserve up. And I brought plastic, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's upgrade this. We'll have a ladder system going down and a fire pole. And we'll be able to start exploring the space a little bit more. This is the big moment. So make sure I make this out of steel, but we'll connect a true line there. This guy is, you are looking for meteor showers. So right now, there's none. After a NOT gate, that's having the door open. Okay, that makes sense to me. Now, that's not enough to run the power for everything, but I'm hoping the idea here is when these guys fully open, the remaining doors can take the rest of the power. Oh, I guess we're going to have to have another third. We have 2 transformers on that, right? Yeah. Oh, wait. No, we don't. Okay. This makes more sense. Do that, and we'll get rid of that little section. Oh, and we didn't actually bring up the heavy watt wire line. So now we're producing power, but we need to actually have this connected. So let's go ahead and rush that in. So I'm hoping we'll find out over time if this detects a solar panel, if this closes in time. First of all, that's the first thing to test. And then after that, the next thing I need to test is the actual material doesn't continue to be blocked. The robo miners will be able to deal with them. And then the other thing I need to make sure is that they don't overheat. And I can see our cooling line's not actually going round. Guess that's just because a single piece of pipe there. So hopefully this will keep our robo miners nice and cool. I see the temperature dropping on this guy. Just noticed I was about to throw this pip. In fact, he's starving. Down here to get some hydrogen, but I don't have a process. There's a pip in here though. That one's wild. I want to leave him alone. You, buddy, have to get in here. What age are you? Oh, no. Oh, no. 50s. Oh, no. We're good. They are starving, though, so they need to get access to this tree. So just bringing in a critter sensor that's going to control this pickup so that this will not happen again. Still waiting for a second acorn, but eventually that'll exist. And go get some food. There you go. You're no longer starving. We'll get some eggs out of them. And last little bit is to put this in, let's say, 4 pips. Dropped off at high priority. Well, I think that is pretty good. So we've got this system here of solar panels. We've got the cooling system to be able to keep the equipment cool. We've got the automation to open, close doors. We've got the power connected, so we're able to, well, almost connect it. We'll have that connected soon. I plan to get at least 100 bionic tubes. Maybe we'll see if I can. My goal is to get as many as I can. Pulling in all the hydrogen, all the peat, like as much as I can. So we'll see where we get with that. My pip situation got a little bit forgotten about, so that's been fixed. Unfortunately, that means 2 things. One, the Saturn critter trap planning has to stop for a bit. That's not a big deal, but unfortunately, I did knock over my Wheezy ward here, so I've got to. We'll figure that out next time. But next time. Maybe I don't even need to do that because I plan to get a nuclear power plant, which I'm probably going to put somewhere up here. And that'll give us lots of red bolts, some power from that. I might even have more than one power plant if I'm able to get enough enriched uranium. We'll see how that goes over time. And we've got over to this asteroid. So we've got a strong base set up. Now we need to just go and explore this place a little bit more. But that's going to be next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you next time playing a little bit more. Oxygen not included. Till then.